guys, I'm Amira. Welcome to my sewing room, and today I'm going to be sharing with you how to make half square triangles using a paper template. Now you can go down to my blog post and download a free printable paper template which makes 2.5 inch half square triangles, and it makes 16 of them at one go. Now this is especially useful for making blocks that requires a lot of half square triangles like the one I'm making right now. You see, there is a lot of small half square triangles in the corner here, which requires tedious small work, and I really like using paper template for making such triangles. There are many ways of making half square triangle, and this is one of the method. If you haven't tried it, make sure you go and try it. Who knows, you might like it. Okay, right now we are already at my cutting table, or my ironing board actually. But anyhow, I'm going to cut my fabric so that we can start sewing with this template. So you can download the template, make sure you print it off on a landscape mode, and it's 100% so that the inch scale bar here shows that it's a 1 inch. Make sure that you don't scale it, that's what I mean. So make sure it's 100% on landscape mode. So firstly, we're going to prepare your fabrics. If you're using a printed fabrics, make sure the right sides are facing each other. So this is the right side, which is the inside part. So this is the wrong side, and this is the wrong side. Since I'm using a solid fabric, it doesn't really matter. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut my fabric so that it's slightly bigger than the final rectangle here. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to fold it a bit just to see that I have that space there, and I have the space on the other side. I am just going to use my rotary cutter to cut over the paper and also onto the fabrics, all the 3 layers together. Now I don't mind because this is a used blade. I've already had it's not that good, but then I'm just going to go through it. So there you go, bring that off. I just want to make sure that's there, and check that top off. Alright, so now you have all 3 layers ready to sew. Now you want to make sure the light fabric is on top, close to the paper. It doesn't really matter, but then it'll make it easier for you to press on later. So the dark fabric is behind. Just put that on top and take your pins, and pin all the layers together. So now I'm going to bring this to my sewing machine, and we're going to start sewing on top of the dotted lines. Alright, so now you're with me at the sewing machine. What you want to do first is set the stitch length to about 1.5 or 1.2 so that you perforate the paper even more, and it makes it easier for you to remove the paper later. So I'm just going to start anywhere you want. So normally would start at the end. And I'm just going to go ahead and set my stitch length and go ahead and sew onto the dotted line. Now when you reach to the end, it doesn't really matter, you can just go ahead and just go on to the white line there. It doesn't matter, because we are going to cut it off later, we're going to trim it off later. Right, now we are back at our cutting table. Now I'm going to take off all the pins that I haven't removed yet. And I'm going to take my trusty rotary cutter again and trim on all of the solid lines. Now when you open this, you're going to have 2.5 inch half square triangles. You're going to press it with your finger. See? That's done. What you want to do now is you might want to remove the one of the dog ears there. So I'll just quickly remove that. There is a 2.5 inch half square triangles. You want to remove the paper. What you want to do is rip the paper off from the center, like that, and pull it out towards the outside. Now this will prevent those edge stitches from coming off. Again, the same thing, take off from the center, out. And the middle part, from the center, out. And there you go, you have a half square triangles. Now do the same for all of the others and you will get 16 from each of the template. I hope you enjoyed the video tutorial today, and if you want to make the block that I'm making right now, I'll put up a tutorial soon, and if you're already watching this since I've already put it up, you might get a link down below. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video tutorial and hopefully to see you again. Keep on crafting!